Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network, and we've got a ball game, 1964 replay. April 15, 1964, Mets at the Phillies, second of a two. Phillies took the first. Stallard for the Mets, Bunning for the Phillies. I'll be back in a few minutes with the opening lineups. Greetings, everybody. We'll have opening lineups in just a couple minutes. Hey, everybody. I'm Jeffrey Guterman with the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. And we've got a game between the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. This is the second of a two-game series, second game for both of these clubs. The Phillies won the first game. And I'm going to have the opening lineups in just about a minute now. We're doing three replays here, by the way. 1911, 1964, and 1969. 69 is our most advanced. We're at the end of August. 1911 and 1964 are sort of novelty replays. We're playing them less frequently. When 69 is completed, I'll probably pick up on one of them, if not both, and or pick another replay to do. Let me go through the opening lineups. For the New York Mets, leading off, believe it or not, is Eddie Kranepool. He's a 1-9. He'll play right field. This is for the New York Mets. Batting second at first base is Tim Harkness. He's a 2 at first. A 2-12, pretty good fielder. I should say good fielder. Batting third for the New York Mets is Ron Hunt. He'll play third base. The cleanup hitter is the catcher, Jesse Gonder, batting fourth. Batting fifth is Frank Thomas, and he was eventually traded to the Phillies, and then I think he was injured. He'll play left field. Batting sixth is Larry Elliott out in center field. Batting seventh at second base, Amato Samuel. Batting eighth and playing shortstop is Roy McMillan. And the pitcher, right-hander Tracy Stallard. And some of you may remember, he led up Roger Maris's 61st home run in 1961. Pretty well known for that. For the Philadelphia Phillies, leading off is Tony Taylor at second base. Batting second and playing third base, Richie Allen. They didn't call him Dick Allen yet. Batting third and playing center field, Tony Gonzalez. The cleanup hitter in right field, Johnny Callison. Batting fifth in left field, former Milwaukee Brave, Wes Covington in left field. Batting sixth at first base, Ruben Amaro. Clay Dalrymple will bat seventh. He's catching. Good catcher. 2-1, a 4 E4. Bobby Wine batting eighth. Look at him, a shortstop. He's a 1. My goodness. He's a 2 in our 69 replay. And the pitcher, right-hander Jim Bunning. He pitched a perfect game on Father's Day in 1964 in Real World. And he's a tremendous pitcher. I'm going to post a tweet for this. Just because I feel like it. Hope you don't mind. That's going to be good. Oh. There we go. We got about 5 minutes till the first pitch, ladies and gentlemen. And we're so glad to have you. We are in Connie Mack Stadium. After this game, the Mets will have a travel day on the 16th, and then they'll be home to host the Pittsburgh Pirates. That'll be on April 17, and that was the first game ever at Shea Stadium. Some of you may know that Willie Stargell hit the first home run in that ballpark. And the Mets will host the Pirates for a 3-game series. They'll have an off day on the 20th of April. This is within the replay. Actually, they'll have 2 days off, the 20th and the 21st. My goodness. 3 days off, my goodness. I think it's due to their scheduling of some type. My God. Then they'll host the Cubs starting on the 23rd for a 1-game series. A 1-game series. That's bizarre. And then on the 24th, they host the Pirates. They'll be in Pittsburgh for a 3-game series. So that's the look of that. For the Phillies, God, that's a strange schedule. But for the Phillies, they will be hosting, let me check here. They'll have a travel day on the 16th. They'll fly to Chicago, where they start a 3-game series starting on the 17th. My goodness, then they have 2 days off. That's the schedule. It's something funky with the schedule. 3 days off. And then on the 23rd, they'll be home to host the Pirates. Actually, 1 game against the Pirates. My God. You know, they didn't have computers back then, so I don't think they really had the best scheduling. I really believe that. Anyway, this is the second game on April 15. The Phillies won this one in real world 4-1. Both pitchers went all the way. Bunning got the win, Stallard the loss. Ken Burkhart was the home plate manager. He'll be our home plate manager. It'll be Ed Sudol at first, Paul Pryor at third, and Frank Sikori. I'm sorry, Sudol at first, Pryor at second, and then Sikori at third. Burkhart behind the plate. The attendance is 8,528. 8,528. I assume that's going to go up as the Phillies have a good season in real world. And Kathy Harden has arrived. Kathy Harden is for the Mets, and the Phillies take the field. We're at Connie Mack Stadium. It's the first pitch. It's time for the ball game. And believe it or not, yes, Kathy Harden, Eddie Kranepool is the leadoff hitter. Left-handed hitter facing Bunning on the mound. And it looks like we're all set. Kranepool steps in the box. Bunning is on the mound. Here's the windup and the pitch to Kranepool. 5-2 left-handed, chops it to second base for Taylor, Tony Taylor. He throws to Amaro at first, 1 away, and we are underway. Kathy Harden for the Mets. Mets lost the first game. It was a close one. I don't have the score sheet in front of me. I'm so sorry. Whoops, what am I doing here? I put that in prematurely. We'll just leave it there unless they score a run. Here's Tim Harkness. He's also a left-handed hitter. Bunning, a very tough pitcher. I think he started with the Detroit Tigers, but I'm not certain. Great pitcher, lousy human being. And if you just look at his record as a U.S. Senator. All right, here's Bunning now. He would fit in perfectly today with the Republican Party. The pitch to Tim Harkness. That's going to be 6'10" left-handed. Grounds it to third. That's for Allen. He's a 437. That's 6'4". That's 37. This might be booted by Dick Allen. It is. It's a one-base error. Allen couldn't get the handle on that. So Harkness is on first here in the top of the first. First base runner of the ball game. And Ron Hunt is the batter. What the fuck is he doing? This guy's crazy. This guy is fucking out of his mind. He's out of his fucking mind. Okay, Hunt steps in. It's Bunning from the stretch now after the error by Dick Allen. The pitch from Bunning. That's 1-8 right-handed. And there's a base hit by Hunt. Just past the reach of Dick Allen. Harkness goes to second. The Mets have first and second here with one out. So Bunning in a jam here in the first, or a little bit of trouble. Jesse Gonder is the batter. Gonder, the pinch hitter. I don't know why my head is just a little bit off today, folks. I'm sorry. He is the cleanup hitter. Yeah, at least I recognize my errors, right? Or some of them at least. Okay, Bunning. Here's the pitch to Gonder, also a left-handed hitter. Casey Stengel. Is he still managing in 64? I got to check that. I think it's Wes Westrom. 6'7", left-handed, grounds to second, could be 2. Taylor, 218. That's 19-2. And he does. Taylor turns the double play. Nicely done. And the side is retired. No runs. Got it. One hit the error, one left on after a half. It's New York Mets nothing. And the Philadelphia Phillies coming to bat. Let's go take a peek at that. Who's their frickin' manager? I think it's Wes. No, it's Stengel again. This was his last year. He actually started 65 and he lasted for 96 games. And then Wes Westrom finally came in, finished the season. Wes Westrom managed in 66, and he had 67 until the last week. They brought Salty Parker in. Never heard of him. My goodness. He was a player. Played in the 30s. And then in 68, they finally got Gil Hodges. Okay, it's the bottom of the first, and Tracy Stallard, known pretty well among some baseball people as the pitcher who allowed Roger Maris's 61st home run. And he will face Tony Taylor to lead it off. Tony is an integral part of this Phillies ball club. First of all, he plays every day. And 570 at bats. He's a beast stealer. He runs 1 to 14, and he's a 2. He's a 218. So he's a very important part of this team. Taylor steps in the batter's box to face Stallard. Taylor is a right-handed hitter, Stallard, right-handed pitcher. Here's the windup. And there's that Bob Croft. We welcome you. The pitch to Taylor. That's 5-5, right-handed. Struck him out. And Stallard wasn't too bad. He lost 20 games. This is real world. He won 10, lost 20, but he had a 3.78 ERA. Not too bad. For being on the Mets with this fielding. And he started 34 games. Here's Dick Allen now. 1 out, nobody on. Looks like Rhodes Scholar has arrived. Glad to have you, sir. Here's Stallard now. And the pitch to Allen. 6-7 right-handed, chops it to second for Samuel. He's a 330 at second base. That's 19-3. He throws him out, Samuel. Allen is retired. It's 2 outs and nobody on. Phillies won the first game of this 2-game series. Rhodes Scholar is for Jim Bunning. Here's Tony Gonzalez. It's 2 outs, nobody on. Left-handed hitter. And the pitch from Stallard. 2-9, right-handed, struck him out. So Stallard retires the side in order with 2 strikeouts. After 1, it's still a scoreless ball game. We got a nice clean score sheet here. Here comes Bunning now. He'll face Thomas, Elliott, and Samuel in the Mets' top off the second. It's a scoreless ball game. Okay, here's Frank Thomas to lead it off. Right-handed hitter. Bunning gets the sign from Dalrymple. Here's the pitch to Thomas. That's 4-8, right-handed. Struck him out. And that's the first for Bunning today. 1 down for Larry Elliott. And we hope everybody's doing well out there on this Saturday afternoon, or whatever time of day it is where you are. Larry Elliott is the batter now. Elliott steps in the batter's box here. Bunning has a 2-2 count on Elliott now. Here's Bunning. The windup and the pitch to Elliott. That's 6-6 left-handed. And that's a base hit by Larry Elliott off Bunning. Second hit that Bunning has allowed. So Elliott on first with one out for Amato Samuel. Bunning now from the stretch. Elliott with a short lead off first base. Here's the pitch to Samuel. That's 3-2 right-handed. Grounds it to second base. Taylor has it. He throws to first, and Elliott goes to second. Well, it depends what you mean by clean, Deb. If it's a low-scoring game and a low-hitting game, then it is, I consider it a clean score sheet. But that's definitional. That's just me. Okay? I think it's still a very clean score sheet. Although Bunning has allowed 3 base runners. Right now it's Elliott on first, 2 down, and Roy McMillan is the batter. But of course that's just opinion. Not whether McMillan is the batter, but the clean issue. It's just an aesthetic preference for small ball, low run games. Here's the pitch to McMillan. And that's 1-9 right-handed, and he grounds it to shortstop for Wine. And Wine throws it to Amaro, and the side is retired, so it's very clean. Deb Upcroft, no runs, 1 hit, still clean. And we're in the middle of the second, and it's a scoreless ball game. I hope you don't mind, Deb. I'm just playing with you a little bit. Well, Stallard retired the Phillies in order in the first. And it's going to be Johnny Callison to lead it off. He's a left-handed hitter. Okay, here's Stallard now. And the pitch to Callison. That's 5-9. Left-handed, that's hit deep by Callison. He's got the power, and it's going over the center field fence for a home run. So now we are getting a little messy, Deb, but we'll see how messy it gets. It's a solo home run by Johnny Callison. Let's look at that again, please. Callison, 5-9 left-handed, off of Stallard's card, and home run 1-14. It was a 9, and he's got the end power against right-handers. In fact, he hit 31 in real world. There's one of them. For Stallard, I'm so sorry, for Callison. My goodness. And for Callison, that's the first home run of the season. He's tied with a load of people for 1 home run. No one has hit 2 yet. We're entering him in real world. I enter the home runs in real time. Wins and losses at the end of the game. First home run for Johnny Callison. And it is a 1-0 ball game. Here's Wes Covington now. He's a left-handed hitter. I'm going to have some more coffee after this half inning. And I'm probably going to have some of the other stuff toward the end of this ball game. Here's Stallard. And the pitch to Covington. That's going to be 4-10 left-handed. Fly ball to right field. And Kranepool makes the catch. A little strange having Eddie Kranepool out there in right field. But Covington flies to Kranepool in right, nevertheless. It's one out. It's also strange having him lead off. One down. Here's Ruben Amaro. Stallard into his windup, and the pitch to Amaro. That's 5-7 right-handed. Fly ball center. Elliott getting under it, 2 away. And Clay Dalrymple is the batter. You see, I think it's still clean here, Deb. It looks clean to me. That's me, though. That's my eye. Okay, Dalrymple, a left-handed hitter. Boy, I'll tell you, the Phillies and the Mets have each put some left-handers in their lineup against these right-handed starters, Bunning and Stallard. Here's Stallard now. And the pitch to Dalrymple. That's 1-7, right-handed, and that's going to be a base hit for Dalrymple. Eventually went to the Orioles. Dalrymple on first, 2 down. Still clean. Okay. And here's Bobby Wine. Oh. Look at Wine, a one shortstop. Isn't that something? He is an E29, but still 1. He was a 2 in 69. It's 2 outs with Dalrymple on first, 1 in on the home run to start off the bottom of the second by Callison. Here's the pitch to Wine. 2-6, and that is a base hit by Wine. Dalrymple rounding second. He'll go to third. It's still clean. As long as they retire Bunning here, then it's not clean anymore. It's first and third with 2 outs. And here's Bunning now. Again, great pitcher, lousy human being. And if you want, just look at his Senate record. But I don't want to get political. It's 2 outs, Wine on first, Dalrymple on third. Here's Stallard. And the pitch to Bunning. 1-7, and he struck him out. And that's the third for Stallard. And the side is retired. But 1 run for the Phillies on the home run by Johnny Callison to lead the inning off. After 2, it's a 1-0 ball game. Let me get some coffee here. The hell? Oh, I forgot to put these guys' names in. Oh, Christ. That happens. There's Stallard. Both of them, no record. These are their first appearances for the season. This guy's out of his mind. Lord. Out of his frickin' mind. This guy. Maybe. Okay, we move to the top of the third. It'll be Tracy Stallard, the Mets pitcher, to lead it off. He is a 3 WR, Bunning on the mound. Oh, that's good coffee. It's strong, but good. Bunning is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Stallard. That's 2-9, and he struck him out. That's the second strikeout for Jim Bunning. Still looks clean to me. Here's Eddie Kranepool. Sorry to kid you there, Deb. Just playing. 1 out, no one on, top of the order again. Here's Eddie Kranepool. Eddie grounded to second in the first. We have Kathy Harden for the Mets. It's 1 out, no one on. Here's Bunning from the stretch, and the pitch to Kranepool. That's 3-4. Grounds it to second again. For Taylor, he throws it to first, and it's 2 away. Who would have thought? You know, Kranepool was on the 62 team, but let's just talk about this 64 team that 5 years later, they would win it all. 2 outs, nobody on. Tim Harkness. He reached on the error by Richie Allen, Dick Allen. At the time, the media called him Richie. Okay, Bunning gets the sign from Dale Rempel into his windup, and the pitch to Harkness. That's 5-3, left-handed. Fly ball to right field, Callison getting under that, and he makes the catch. It's 1-2-3 for Bunning. And in the middle of the third, it's still a 1-0 ball game, Phillies. Phillies have high hopes for this season. Last year, they came in 4th place. They won 87. They were 12 games over 500. Great team. The year before that, 1962, they were 1 game over 500. And, you know, 1961, they were awful. So they really made quite a change between 61 and 62. And I'm hearing people talk about that they think they have a chance to win the pennant here. And we will see. Tracy Stallard takes the mound. He'll face the top of the order for this Phillies ball club. It's going to be Taylor leading it off. Indeed it will. Taylor struck out in the first by Stallard. Okay, Stallard into his windup, and the pitch to Tony. That's going to be 111 right-handed. Base hit, Tony Taylor. So Taylor is on. He's a B, 1-10. 1-11 with Gonder behind the plate. Gonna hold him closely. And here's Richie Allen. He's an A bunter. I suppose they had him there, had him that way for a reason, and for that reason, I'm gonna have him lay it down. Infield is in, he'll be a B bunter. It's Taylor on first, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Dick Allen. And he lays it down, and it's a beauty. It's hit to first base. Harkness can only take it to the bag. And Taylor goes to second. It's 1 out. And, you know, this was his first full year, Dick Allen, I believe. So, you know, the fact that you say, why do you bunt with him? Well, you know, maybe we didn't quite know, but still, it's nice to have anybody who can bunt do that. So it's 1 out. Tony is in scoring position, and Stallard will face Tony Gonzalez. I believe this is the same Tony Gonzalez who played for the Braves. I'm going to double check on that in our 69 replay. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Wow. Huh. So Gonzalez steps in. Left-handed hitter. It's Taylor in scoring position, 1 down. Stallard now working from the stretch. Here's Stallard. And the pitch to Gonzalez. That's 5-5. Left-handed, struck him out for the second time. And that's the 4th strikeout for Stallard. 2 down now. And it's Callison again. 1 for 1, hit the solo blast last inning. He comes up with Taylor, on second and 2 away. Callison, left-handed hitter. And the pitch from Stallard. 6'5", left-handed, grounds it to short X. McMillan, he's at 222. He's pretty good there. That'll be 1-2, but it goes through for a base hit. Taylor goes to third and holds. It's first and third with 2 down. That's fortunate that was thrown in rather quickly by Eddie Cranepool. Threw it right home. And here's Wes Covington in a clutch situation. First and third, 2 down. Covington flew to right in the second. Okay, Stallard trying to keep the Mets in this ball game. Now it's getting messy. Here's the pitch to Covington. That's going to be 4-5, left-handed, fly ball left field. It's routine for Frank Thomas. He makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs for the Phillies, 2 hits, and 2 left on after 3. We got a ball game. It's 1-0 Phillies. Bunning for the Phils, and Tracy Stallard for the New York Mets. And Bunning takes the mound here to start the top of the 4th. It'll be Hunt, Gonder, and Thomas. Ron Hunt steps in the batter's box. Hunt singled, was thrown out in a double play in the first. Here's Bunning now. And the pitch to Hunt. That's 3-10, right-handed, grounds it to third. For Allen, he has it and he throws him out. 1 away, threw it out to Amaro at first. And now Jesse Gonder, left-handed hitter. He can't hit lefties, but he can hit fairly well against right-handers. He grounded to a double in the first. Jesse Gonder. And he takes a ball low. Gonder. Died in 2004 at the age of 68. Played 8 years. Had a 251 lifetime. Played for various clubs. Okay, here's Bunning now. And the pitch to Gonder. That's 312 right-handed. It's a base hit to right. Callison picks it up, throws it in. Gonder the tying run on first with one down. Here's Frank Thomas. Steps in the box. He struck out in the second. A crowd of 8,528 here. A very disappointing crowd. If the Phils start winning, I imagine that will go up. Bunning will work from the stretch now, facing Thomas, with Gonder on first, one down. Pitch to Thomas. That's 5-5, and that's hit well by Thomas. Into the gap, that's going to fall in. It's a double. Let's see if Gonder can stretch it. He's going to third. He's rounding third. Oh my, he's a 1-9. That was hit out to center. Gonzalez a -1. That makes him 1-8. We'll have him hold. And it's going to be Larry Elliott, and that's almost worth sending. You know what I mean? You know, but Larry Elliott will come up, and Bunning will try to bear down and get out of this. It's Frank Thomas on second and Gonder on third with one out. Let's see how the Phillies play their infield. Here's Elliott. They're going to play the infield back here. Hope Bunning can get a strikeout or a pop out. Here's Bunning now, or a line out. The pitch to Elliott. 312, right-handed, hit him. Bunning hits Elliott. And it's a bases loaded, but they have a chance for a double play here with a runner on first. An easy chance for a double play on the right kind of ground ball. Jim Bunning trying to get out of this. The bases are full. Amato Samuel at the plate. Here's Bunning with a full windup and the pitch to Samuel. That's 2-9, right-handed. That's going to be trouble. That's a double into the gap, Kathy Harden. Into center field. That's going to score at least 2 runs. Gonder scores. Thomas scores. Elliott rounding third. Let's see now. That was to center. Elliott 1-13. 1-12. Well, on a 1-12, we'll send him home. Absolutely. Elliott is coming home. Here's the throw from Gonzalez. And he is safe. Samuel clears the bases with a 3-run double here. Off of Bunning. And it's a 3-1 ball game now. Samuel went to third on the throw. And here comes Roy McMillan. My Lord, what a big hit by Samuel. It was bases loaded. He cleared the bases with the double. And I'll tell you, Elliott was on his horse. Okay, Bunning. Here's the pitch now to McMillan. That's going to be 3-8 right-handed. And he lines it to third, caught by Dick Allen, 2 away. And Tracy Stallard is the batter. It's 2 outs. Samuel on third. Stallard a 3 WR. Bunning trying to get out of this. A 3-run inning here for the New York Mets. Okay, Bunning, here's the pitch to Stallard. And that's 6-5, right-handed, grounds it to short X. Wine, he's a 129. Oh, that'll be a 16-1. He throws him out, Wine. And the side is retired, but 3 runs scored by the Mets here in the top of the 4th. It was big. The single by Gonder. Thomas doubled. It was 2nd and 3rd. Elliott got hit by a pitch. The bases were loaded. And Amato Samuel came up. He only had 7 doubles all season, but he hit one here, and it cleared the bases. And in the middle of the 4th, it's a 3-1 ball game. And we hope you're enjoying this ball game. I'm going through a nice leisurely ball game here on a Saturday afternoon. Here's Stallard now. The key would be for Stallard to stay in this ball game. Both pitchers pitched complete games in real world. The Mets, Al Jackson pitched a great game, but lost on the 14th. They have Larry Biernoth available. I'm just taking a peek at who would be available. Galen Cisco, Ron Locke. I'm just looking at some of the people. Here's Carlton Willie. I just want to look. When the time comes, I would want to see who started and see who can relieve. But these 4 are literally in the bullpen, being ready to start warming in a moment's notice upon Casey Stengel calling them. But we'll see how Stallard fares. This is his 4th inning, and it's going to be Ruben Amaro to lead it off for the Phillies. They're down by 2. Ruben Amaro. Okay, Stallard into his windup and the pitch to Ruben. That's 2-5, right-handed, grounds it to short for McMillan. Over to Harkness, 1 down for Clay Dalrymple. And Mike Eisenberg has arrived. Great to see you, Mike. We're in the middle of the 4th, bottom of the 4th. Phillies batting, 1964 replay, April 15, 2nd of a 2. Phils took the first. Mets lead this one 3-1. Callison hit a solo home run in the bottom of the 2nd. Stallard for the Mets. Bunning for the Phillies. 1 out, and Dalrymple at the plate. The pitch from Stallard, 3-8 right-handed, and he walked him. Dalrymple is on first now, and here's Bobby Wine. Bunning comes out on deck. That's Mike Eisenberg for the Mets. Here's Stallard now from the stretch with Dalrymple on first and 1 down. The pitch from Stallard to Wine, 2-10, and he grounds it to third. Hunt has it, throws to Samuel, over to Harkness, and it's a double play. The inning is over. Nice play by the Mets infield. 5-4-3. Side is retired. No runs, no hits. The walk, none left after the double. We've gone 4 here at Connie Mack Stadium. It's the New York Mets 3 and the Philadelphia Phillies 1. We'll be back in just about 3 minutes. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Oh, indeed it is. Oh, frickin' indeed. God almighty, indeed. That was a pretty play. Pretty play turned by Ron Hunt at third, even though I prefer seeing him at second base, but he's very good. Great ball player, Ron Hunt. You know, the idea that they would get rid of Hunt, they'd get rid of Hickman, you know, those are staples, kind of players you keep them. He would have made a great outfielder, Hickman, to stay with them for 15 years. Hunt would have made a great second baseman for the Mets all these years. I'll be back in just a few, folks. Thank you. get some coffee here. Indeed, Kathy. If you're all looking ahead to tomorrow, our next game here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network will be tomorrow. And it will be back to our 69 replay. First game of August 23, 1969. Chicago White Sox at the Boston Red Sox. Win for the White Sox. Culp for the Red Sox. The updated standings and leaders are posted on the community board through August 22. The first game of August 23 again is tomorrow morning. White Sox at the Bo Sox, and we hope you'll be there. It's going to be bright and early, 7 a.m. if you're interested. I think I'm going to use the lavatory and then I'll get going here. Just a quick one. We're moving to the top of the fifth here. It's 3-1 Mets. Bunning allowed 3 runs in the fourth. And it's going to be the top of this Mets order. Eddie Cranepool to lead it off. Eddie steps in the box facing Bunning. Eddie is 0 for 2. Grounded to second twice. Here's Bunning now, and the pitch to Cranepool. That's 1-5 right-handed, and he walked him. So Eddie is on. And that's going to bring up Tim Harkness. He's a deep bunter. We'll pass on that. We'll let him hit away 0 for 2. Reached on the error by Dick Allen and flew to right. Wow, that is freaking cool, Mike. And in fact, didn't they name that high school after him? I don't know if it's still named after him. That is freaking cool, Mike. Yeah, I think so. Here's Bunning now. The pitch to Harkness. 4-11 left-handed, flies to left X. That's for Covington. He's a 4-7. He may have trouble with this. Out in left. Covington with Cranepool on first. Again, he's a 4-7. That's 15-4. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Covington couldn't get it. Eddie rounding second, he goes to third on it. So the Mets are hitting Bunning. It's first and third, nobody out for Ron Hunt. And the infield is back for Hunt. Hunt is 1 for 2. Bunning due up to lead off the bottom of the fifth. Bunning's endurance is the 8th. He's just not really sharp today. I think it's fair to say. Here's Hunt now. Bunning from the stretch. The pitch to Hunt. That's 4-6 right-handed. Struck him out. I don't think he strikes out much. 30 strikeouts in 475. That's one of them. Bunning got him. That's the third for Bunning today, 1 out. And here's Jesse Gonder, who comes up. Infield will play back for the double. He grounded into a double, singled and scored in that 3-run inning for the New York Mets. First and third, 1 down. Here's Bunning now. The pitch to Gonder. That's 2-9. Right-handed. Whoa, Gonder with a double down the line. Oh my. Kranepool scores. Harkness goes to third. And that's going to make it a 4-1 ball game. So the Mets are hitting Jim Bunning today. It's second and third, 1 out. And Frank Thomas is the batter. I would walk Thomas to set up a double play, but it's backfired on me so many times. We're just going to leave it as it is, but there's action in the Phillies bullpen. Clipperstein pitched in relief in yesterday's game. There's a youngster named Rick Wise who was used primarily as a reliever. He's warming. And Bobby Shantz, the left-hander, is warming. They're both warming there. They have a good relief corps. They have Eddie Roebuck as a reliever. And you remember Boozer? He was not good. Balshin was good. Lord. They have a good bullpen. Lord, help me. But it's Wise and Shantz who are warming. It's 1 out, second and third, and Thomas is the batter. Here's Bunning now. The pitch to Thomas. That's 3-9 right-handed. He grounds it to short. The runners will hold. Big out for Bunning. That's 2 outs for Larry Elliott. Elliott singled, hit by a pitch, and scored. Okay, here's Bunning now, trying to get out of this. The pitch to Elliott. Whoa, it's 1-3. It's hit deep by Elliott. Oh, my. And it's a 3-run home run by Larry Elliott. Oh, my, oh, my. Off Bunning. A 3-run home run. And that's going to make it 7-1 Mets. And Gene Mauch has come out to speak to Bunning. Larry Elliott, he had 9 in real world. That's a 1-3 right-handed, and that's as gone as you can be. And Amato Samuel is coming up to the plate. Elliott with a long shot. I think that's his first. Let's go take a look. Elliott, yes. Who is Allison? My God. Whoops. Indeed. Indeed, Kathy, that is his first of the season. We are so early on, no one has allowed two, has hit two. Let me just throw Elliott in there. Elliott for the New York Mets. I think I put Allison in the wrong league. Hold on. That's the first of the season for Elliott. Yeah, I'm gonna just put Allison. It says Philadelphia. Let me see if they have an Allison. Hold on. How I did that. I don't think so. No, there's no Allison. Let me check to see. Hold on, folks. There's no reason why I can't keep this accurate. To see if that was a home run. Other than that, then it's Minnesota. Hold on, please. There's no Allison. Maybe it was Allen? No. No home runs for them. Let me see if it was Minnesota. Allison. No. Let me take a quick look here, folks. This won't take long. Bateman, Bonds. Held. I'll just take it out if needed. God. This won't take long, folks. Bateman and Bonds. Fortunately, it's only is held. That's AL. James and Shannon. Amaro. Keneal. And Santo Cowan. Okay, we will just remove that. I don't know how that happened. We're set to resume this ball game. Malk is going to keep him in. It's going to be Amato Samuel coming up, and Bunning trying to get out of this. I think they'll have a hitter for Bunning, though, in the bottom of the fifth. It's 7-1. Here's Samuel now. 1 for 2. Bunning. And the pitch to Samuel. 4-6 right-handed struck him out. The fourth for Bunning. But Bunning has a tough game. He allowed 7 runs, and that is going to be it for Jim Bunning. Even Jim Bunning. He pitched 5. He's the loser of record. He allowed 8 hits. He walked 1, struck out 4, allowed 7 runs. And they're going to bring in the left-hander, Bobby Shantz. Bobby Shantz. And that's bound to give the Mets some trouble with their left-handers. Meanwhile, here's Tracy Stallard to start his 5th inning. And there's going to be a hitter for Jim Bunning. A disappointing outing for Bunning. It happens to the best of them. Let's see who's hitting here. Against Stallard. It's going to be Cookie Rojas. Better yet, it's going to be Alex Johnson. He hit 303, had 109 at-bats. So Johnson steps in the batter's box to lead off for the Phillies here. They're down by 6 after a very, very poor outing by their ace. And here's Alex Johnson. He eventually went to the Reds and then went to the American League. Here's Stallard now, he's ready. And the pitch to Alex Johnson. That's 4-2 right-handed, grounds it to third for Hunt, and he throws him out. That's one away. I'll tell you, these Mets are looking good today. Good in the field, good at the plate. 3-run home run by Elliott has busted it wide open. Here's Tony Taylor. Shan's still warming in the bullpen. Tony is 1 for 2. Okay, Stallard. The windup and the pitch to Taylor. That's 4-8 right-handed. He walked him. So Tony is on, being held. He's a 1-10, 1-11 with Gonder's arm. Yeah, that's true, Maurice. Yep, everybody can have a bad day. Here's Richie Allen, Dick Allen. Taylor on first, 1 down. Maurice, glad to see you. Allen 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. Stallard from the stretch and the pitch to Allen. That's 2-5. He struck him out. Oh, Stallard got him swinging. That's the 5th by Tracy. And it's 2 away. And here's Gonzalez, who struck out twice by Stallard. Stallard looking good today. Stallard now from the stretch, and the pitch to Gonzalez. That's 5-7 left-handed. Fly ball center field. It's playable by Elliott. He's under it, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired. For the Phillies, no runs in the bottom of the 5th, no hits, the walk, and 1 left on after 5. It's 7-1 Mets. We have a new pitcher. Bobby Shantz, a left-hander. He's on the mound now. We'll let him take some warm-ups on this mound. We're at Connie Mack Stadium. 8,528 paid. And if they're going to play ball like this, they're going to have some low attendance. Shantz finishing up his warm-ups now. He's ready. Left-handed pitcher, and it's going to be Roy McMillan to lead it off. McMillan is 0 for 2. Stallard on deck. Here's Shantz. The windup and the pitch to McMullen. That's 5-10 right-handed. Grounds it to short X. Wine a 129. That's 14-1, and he throws him out. 1 away. Now Tracy Stallard, he gets a hand from some Met fans here in the crowd. Stallard, 0 for 2 today. Okay, Shantz gets the sign from Dalrymple. He is set, and the pitch to Stallard. That's 3-7, and he struck him out. 2 away. in the Mets top of the sixth. Then here's Eddie Kranepool. Eddie 0 for 2, walked and scored in the fifth. Eddie steps out of the box for a moment, looks to third for the sign. He steps back in. Okay, here's Chance now. And the pitch to Kranepool. That's 4-3 left-handed. And he walked him. That's the second walk that Kranepool has drawn today. This one thrown by Chance. Eddie on first, 2 down. Tim Harkness is the batter. Harkness 1 for 3. Reached on an error, flew to right, singled, and came home on the 3-run home run by Larry Elliott. Harkness, left-handed hitter. Oh, goodness Christ. Oh, here's the pitch to Harkness now. That's 2-11 left-handed, grounds it to first. And Amaro picks it up and takes it to the bag, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, the walk to Kranepool. He was left on base middle of the sixth. And it's a 7-1 ball game. And it's all up to Stallard. This is not too much. I don't think this is a lot to ask of Stallard to keep the Mets in this ball game. They lead by 6, but they have pitchers in that bullpen if needed. No one is warming up. Johnny Callison will lead it off, 2 for 2, a solo home run, the only run for the Phillies today, singled and left on. Okay, Stallard is ready. His first endurance inning is the 7th. Here's the pitch to Callison. That's 3-4 right-handed. Fly ball left field for Thomas, 1 away. Now Wes Covington, also a left-handed hitter. A lot of lefties in these lineups. Covington 0 for 2. Stallard whines and deals. Isn't that a weird expression? It's like a virus, 6-8, and that's going to be a base hit for Covington. Covington on first, 1 down. And here's Ruben Amaro, 0 for 2. Rick Wise is warming again. Looks like they'd have a pinch hitter for Chance when he comes up. Here's the pitch to Amaro. That's 2-10. He flies it to left field. For Frank Thomas, he makes the catch, and Covington holds. 2 outs, and here's Dale Rimple. Dale Rimple not accustomed to hitting left-handed pitching too well. My goodness, speak about Ray Culp. He was on the Phillies. He was on the Red Sox in our 69 replay. My God, they have one other catcher? Oh, look at that. Cookie Rojas can catch. My God. But we're going to have, we're going to have Cookie Rojas come in to hit here. And then Gus Triandos will be the new catcher. Gus Triandos. So Cookie Rojas is pinch hitting with 2 outs. And we'll have Triandos catching in the top of the seventh. And he is a 3+110. Okay, Rojas steps in. Stallard trying to get out of this. First, Covington on first with 2 down. From the stretch and the pitch to Rojas. 3-11, and he pops it up to short for McMillan, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. After 6, it's 7-1 Mets. Chance will get another inning. No pinch hit for him in the bottom of the 7th. This is Chance's first endurance inning in relief. Ron Hunt leads it off. He's 1 for 3. I'm going to get some coffee here. This may be the last cup of the day. Ah, Lord. Oh! Almost spilled it there. It's okay. It's okay, everybody. Okay, Chance is ready. Here's Ron Hunt to lead off the top of the 7th. It's 7-1 Mets. Hunt is 1 for 3. Chance into his windup. And the pitch, that's 6-6 right-handed, grounds it to third for Dick Allen. And he throws it to first, 1 away. We'll have the 7th inning stretch. After this half inning, Jesse Gonder, 2 for 3 today. So some good hitting by the New York Mets in their 3rd year of existence. Here's Chance. He gets the sign from Triandos. And the pitch to Gonder. 1-8, left-handed, struck him out. That's the 2nd for Chance. And now Frank Thomas, who's 1 for 3, doubled, came home. Okay, Chance. And the pitch to Thomas. 5-9, right-handed, grounds it to short XY, 129. As long as you don't go into the E, he's fine. 16-1, he throws him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Chance. And in the middle of the 7th inning stretch here, it's Mets 7, Phillies 1, and we hope you're enjoying this ball game. Wise is warming, and guess what? He's going to come in to pitch the 8th. I know that already because there's going to be a hitter here. It's going to be Wine, a pinch hitter, and then Taylor. Chance pitched 2 innings very well. No hits, a walk, 2 strikeouts, no runs. And Rick Wise, the youngster, will come in. Just to let you know, they don't have too much on the bench, but it will be Danny Cater, a young Danny Cater, 296 average. People joke about him, but I thought he was a pretty good hitter. So he's gonna be a pinch hitter. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. I'm gonna take some of my medicine, if you don't mind. And I usually make it sort of like a ritual. I hope you understand. It's part of the life, part of the life that we lead, that we do things the way we do. If you know what I mean. And I'm going to take one good small. I thought Cater, yeah, I thought he always was a decent hitter, a good fielder, and not so much this season. He's 4 all across, but by the time he got to, say, the Oakland A's in 1969, he's been playing very good first base for the A's. He's a 2, okay, and oh, that is so tasty. Oh my Lord. That is so freaking tasty, You can almost taste that. It's so good. I'm going to just pick out a little piece here that will do me the right way at 3:17 p.m. Eastern. That's perfect, right there. That is freaking perfect. Oh, and I'm going to ingest that. 276 lifetime. Thank you, Joel. In today's world, that's a pretty damn good lifetime average. Oh, that's good coffee. Lord, but I'm going to finish this. I have a lot of this left, but I'm done. Kathy Harden, you are so right, Kathy. By the way, I got something for you, Kathy. I got something big for you. Uh-oh. There it is. Let me get it over there without further ado. And we all hope you are enjoying this ball game. I sure am. I got this for you. And I've got 8 of them. All right? That's what I got there. And we hope you understand where I'm coming from. We wish you good luck and the best for what you desire, although the old Chinese curse, may you live in interesting times, translated, that could be careful what you wish for, Be careful what you wish for, folks. It's going to be Tracy Stallard coming out to pitch the bottom of the 7th. We'll see if he's able. This will be his first endurance inning. But I'm going to take a whiff of this. I hope you all understand. Here goes. Oh, Christ. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, that's tasty. Wow. Lord, that is so fucking good. Excuse me. Woo. Stallard comes out now to pitch the top of the bottom of the 7th. Oh, God. That was so tasty. I gotta tell you, It's the Mets 7, the Phillies 1. Wine leading it off. Here's Cater out on deck. He'll be the pinch hitter. Oh, Lord. That was so freaking good. Oh. Just give me a minute to make up my molecules. Get my molecules together here. Lord, that's tasty. Oh, just give me a minute here. Oh, boy, that was good. That was a hearty piece of all right, I'm getting back to you hear those molecules rearranging. Boy, that's loud. I think that's through vibrations, Deb, because I don't hear anything. You've got a special connection with my molecules. You know that? Here's Tracy Stallard. I'm very excited for Tracy Stallard today. Yeah, good vibes. I'm very, very excited about Tracy. Just to let you all know, Tracy, his first year was 1960. He was on the Red Sox, and again, he led up the home run in 61, his second year, that Maris hit for his 61st. He hardly pitched in 62. He was traded to the Mets, unprotected or something. You know, I don't know what it was. He was 6-17 with the Mets. He had a better year this year, 10-20. Then he was traded to the Cards in 65, and he was 11-8, which is decent. He was 1-5 the next year, didn't pitch much, and then that was it for him. Tracy Stallard, and Tracy died at age 80 in the year 2017. He was born in Virginia and he died in Kingsport, Tennessee. He's buried at Powell Valley Memorial Gardens in Big Stone Gap, Virginia. Getting all this off Baseball Reference, and you do a Google search, Tracy Stallard, find a grave, and there's always a good odds. You'd be surprised how many freaking graves come up. I once lost myself in that. Okay. This is his rookie season, okay. So I guess if he had a season before, it was just for like 10 at-bats or something like that. I could look it up. I know I have before, but that's very useful information. You say he should be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, it's a real judgment call. But, you know, I would be willing to consider that. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that on advisement, Maurice, if that's okay with you. You've had people, you know, the problem, Maurice, you go back to early days, there have been players from the dead ball era who were put in who did not have the numbers that we would expect. And therefore, you've got to do a reassessment in this whole thing to determine, what kind of thing. You allowed Koufax in because he had 5 of the most amazing consecutive years for a pitcher lifetime. Other than that, he was marginal. And Maurice, I know exactly. I'm pretty sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I have my theory is that he was prone to injury and arthritis, but he pushed himself really beyond his biological, even though he had the equipment, he pushed himself so that he actually made it worse. It's arguably the greatest pitcher ever, if you had to, if someone made you commit on one, for those 5 years, greatest pitcher ever. Okay, Tracy Stallard, and I was talking about Tracy. And he's going to face Wine, who's 1 for 2, singled left on, grounded into a double. We're at Connie Mack here. And I think Kathy Harden's here. I don't know how deep her affinity for the Mets goes. I think she's more of a sort of a really strong Yankees fan, but maybe she is. Maybe she is Mets. I'm both. One guy said to me once, "You can't be both." And I said to him, "Guy, I think at the time, I'm a 64-year-old man. Don't tell me who or what I can like. I would much rather you just say thank you and be on your way. As much as you abhor my existence, you need me at that wall." You got to admit, Jack Nicholson was amazing in that movie, wasn't he? You want me on that wall. And if you're not gonna, I prefer you do not say that. And if something, and then pick up a gun and you take guard. You whining little snot. He was great. I thought he was a great frickin' actor, and I learned about him when I was young. When I say young, I'm gonna say 12. I saw Carnal Knowledge in the theater. Sometimes my mother would go to a movie after I saw it, and she said, "You saw that?" I said, "Yeah." "Was it good?" "Yeah." And she says, "I'm going to go." I said, so I went. We saw Carnal Knowledge. The other was Cruising. I was a bit older by then. Which I thought that Pacino was really good in the movie, and the movie was made very well. You may not like the topic, okay? At one point they rated it X, but they took out some stuff. Okay, Stallard now. And this is a lot of fun. We'll see how Stallard can do in the 7th. We hope the 8th, and we hope the 9th. I say go all the frickin' way, Trace. Okay, Trace is ready into his windup. Pitch to Wine. That's 2-8. And he walked him. Oh my. Wine is on. And there's going to be a hitter for Chance. Wine and Wise. Be careful, folks. Be careful out there. Wise will be coming in. It's going to be Danny Cater, right-handed hitter. Danny Cater, the youngster. I don't know what year this was for him, but I'm sure it's pretty early. Danny Cater coming in to face Stallard. Stallard has been really tough. Now he walks Wine in to lead off his first endurance. Cater. Damn right I did. Did you call that code red? Dang, you don't, sir. You don't have to answer that. You're damn right I did. You know how he has to get himself into that to be able to act like that? Okay. I didn't do too bad a job of just the vocal, but really. Oh, when he mentioned that he was here in Washington, he was going to have dinner with his sister, and he brought a few personal effects since he's in town. I thought it was just incredible. 64, Mike. So is this the absolute first year? There's like nothing? Cater steps in, by the way, Mike. Are you telling me he had, because I don't have the time, the patience or the gumption to look right now. Here's Cater facing Stallard. It's Wine on first. Cater a deep bunter. Stallard from the stretch. Tracy, 5-6, chops it to third. Hunt has it. He throws over to second. Samuel to force Wine. So that's very nice play by the New York Mets. That's like a major league kind of frickin' play. Lord, that's his first ever year, Dick Allen. Wow. Cater, right. But Cater now is on first with one down for Tony Taylor. That was a nice play by the Mets. You know, this expansion team, I know people joke about them a lot, but I think someday they're going to go all the way. And we'll say, remember when? You're crazy. The Mets will win a World Series the day that we put a man on the moon. Actually, that's only 5 years. Kennedy declared that we do so before the end of the decade, and he was right. It happened. Nixon was president. And Kennedy was already dead, and he had already given his we go to the moon speech because it's there, and we do the other things. If you listen to his speeches, Kennedy, you'll hear that reference at least 2, maybe 3 times, and do the other things. And he had a great screen. What the hell was his name again? His speechwriter. A brilliant man. Just amazing words. But anyway, Taylor is at the plate. It's a 7-1 ball game. Mets are savoring this ball game. Stallard now from the stretch with Cater on first, 1 out. Pitch to Taylor. Yeah, he's savoring that. 6-11. A fly ball to right field. That's going to be for Eddie. Uh-oh. Let's see if he can get this. 4:15, I don't know. 4:15, that's going to be a 15. Smells like trouble. Going back. 6. Oh, he boots it. Oh, my, Eddie. Fumbles it. It's a 2-base error for Eddie Kranepool, just to make it interesting. Okay. All right. How the hell do you like that? Cater went to third on that. First error for the Mets is by Eddie Kranepool. Lord, that's not the way my history was supposed to go, but it's second and third with 1 out. And Dick Allen's come up. I say, just act like no one's on base. Fuck these 2 runs. Tracy, just calm down. If you let up a run or 2, that's quite all right. We got someone in here to bring in. Dick Allen now, 0 for 2, sack bunt. And that's 1-6 right-handed, and that's a shot into the gap. Oh my, that's hit well. And it's extra bases. Allen will go to third with a triple. Cater scores. Taylor scores. That's an unearned run. And here comes the old professor. Was that the nickname? Just say we don't need to keep Tracy in there anymore. He's done 2. You did good. Okay, Trace? You did good. All right, Kathy? Yeah, we're going to see who we're going to bring in here. Dick Allen triples, home 2, and it's a 7-3. Wait a minute. Wow, 7-3 ball game. There's only 4 runs. Holy Christ. Excuse me. Dick Allen. Here's Tony. Left-handed hitter. Callison. Yeah. And that's why I thought they would bring him in. It's a lovely afternoon. It's Ron Locke. And I know nothing about this Ron Locke. Okay. Ron Locke is coming in. And Stallard ends up pitching 6 1/3. Let him take his warm-ups. Pitched great. I mean, you know, I think it's ready for him to come out. He pitched well enough, and we let him come out. We'll bring someone fresh in. It's a 7-3 ball game. You got to be careful about that. Here's Ron Locke now, coming in for the New York Mets. There he is. I never heard of him. Oh, wow. Isn't that cool? Oh, Joel, are you kidding me? Wow. Yeah, I believe his debut was in '69. We have him. We have him in our '69 replay. You know, his breakout year, I know you know, was '71, of course. Tony Gonzalez is coming up. It's Allen on third and 1 down, 2 in. It's a 7-3 ball game. We'll see what happens here. It's Allen on third. They need this run badly. Locke is ready, left-hander. Gonzalez going against Locke, a left-handed hitter. He has to. There's nobody else. Here's Locke. I mean, maybe, but I'm not going to push it. And the pitch, 6-7, left-handed, grounds it to second. Allen is held. Samuel throws Gonzalez out, 2 away. Nice play. And here's Johnny Callison. We're only in the bottom of the 7th, people. Some of you may say feel it's later than it is. This is a ball game, and Tracy pitched great ball. Very important for both teams how this turns out, because Callison is coming up in a clutch situation. And he's a lefty here. We don't mind. In fact, his power is a little better as a lefty. Well, maybe not. Okay, Locke is ready now. It's 2 outs. Locke. That's 2-4 left-handed. Grounds it to second. And Samuel has it. Again, nice play by Samuel. I mean, the Mets have been playing pretty damn good baseball today. We did have 2 runs here in the bottom of the 7th. Stallard was removed. He allowed 2 earned runs, 1 unearned. Locke came in. There's action in the Mets bullpen. It's surprisingly deep with, I guess I would say, mediocrity at this point. Okay? You got all these frickin' guys. All right? I'm going to be using these guys all frickin' year. I'm not going to overuse them. I have a system. Indeed. Wow. We're moving to the top of the 8th. It's a 7-3 ball game, and there's a third pitcher for the Phillies, and it's Rick Wise. I mean, this guy Locke, I have no idea who he is. I want to see how many innings he had. Oh my Christ. Well, 41. That's not too bad. I'm sure he didn't pitch this game. I'll tell you that. So we just do some deviations like that sometimes. Rick Wise, the youngster, I imagine. I don't know what his first year was. He'll face Elliott to start off. Elliott 2 for 2. Single. Hit by a pitch and scored. And then the big 3-run home run in that 4-run fifth that broke the game open. It's now 7-3. Mets by 4. And Wise is on the mound for the Phillies, and it's going to be Larry Elliott to lead it off for the New York Mets. Left-handed hitter. Here's Wise. That's 4-5 left-handed. Fly ball left. And under it is Covington. And there's one away. Here's Amato Samuel. 1 for 3, had a double. Knocked in 3. Oh, yeah, he cleared the bases. That was an exciting moment in this ball game. It's funny how you could just like leave your mind for a moment. Yeah. Samuel came up with the bases full. He cleared them. Lord, that was something. That's what I call hitting. Samuel, right-handed hitter. Samuel. Facing Wise. And the pitch. That's 4-8 right-handed. Walked him. Samuel is on first. Here's Roy McMillan. Lock comes out on the on-deck circle. Dig it. Now I gotta look him up. I gotta freaking look this guy up. He's an important person. I brought him in. I need to freaking know him. Such a common name. And there are several people in different disciplines who come up, but not baseball. Isn't that something? He's probably a real obscure guy. Let me check this guy out. Well, he did play 7 years. Wait, who am I talking about? Oh, Ron Locke. I found a hitter. What the hell is going on? When stuff like this comes out, this doesn't make sense. Ron Clark is a pitcher. Let me see how much he pitched. You go through my own, here, let me just go to the Mets. Go through my own thought processes. It's like you can go in my mind. I'm looking for Ron Locke, the pitcher. There he is. Let's get on him. I'm doing baseball reference first. Whoa. Ron Locke. Born in 1942. Oh my Lord, this was his only season. This is a very obscure person. I love it. Okay, let me see if I can find something that... This was his only season. Ron Locke baseball. He's got to come up. If I go baseball, pitcher, Mets. Because that's all he played for. Let's see. Here it is. This is a different Ron Locke. Now I found it. He worked in 25 games this year. His only year working. He started 3 and was a reliever in the rest. Then he was sent down to the minors, starting in 1970. He was traded, but still in the minors, to the Reds organization, the Phillies organization. Wait, make sure I get the right stat here. Maybe he played more than 1 year. No, that's it. Whatever happened to him, though? You see? And then but I bet you if I go Ron Clark, baseball, pitcher Mets, and then I go find a grave, that's where it gets interesting. I think this is him. What year is he alive? Oh shit, do I even know if he's alive? He's alive. Oh shit, okay. So you're gonna find, this is Bob Locker, Find a Grave. Some of them have, you'd be amazing how many things there are. You know, it shows you existed. All right, I think that's pretty cool, by the way. Folks, I got Locke here. Casey Stengel, trying to stay with him. His first year, it's a lot of pressure, even though it is 7-3. Anyway, Wise facing McMillan, and I have 1 out and Samuel on first. Here's Wise, the youngster, and the pitch. That's 4-7 right-handed. That is a, whoa! Oh my goodness! That's a liner to third. Diving is Allen. Whoa! Oh, what a catch by Dick Allen. Oh my! You had to see it to believe it. I mean, it almost looks like an optical illusion how he got that line out. But that was a 4-7 right-handed. Single 1 to 15. It was a frickin' 18. And that's caught by Allen. Okay? And yes, Ron Locke is coming in. They're not going to mess around. Wait a minute. Casey Stengel is going to bring somebody in here because he wants to, at least seem appropriate. Carlton Wiley will come in to pitch. It's going to be a hitter, and his name is Joe Christopher. And look at his numbers. 543 at-bats. That's like almost a star. 300 average, 18 homers. He is a 4 out there. He can run okay. Okay, and look at that. That's just for some fun here. The old professor is playing around here, and he will have have Christopher hit for Locke, who ends up pitching 2/3 of an inning. Quite well, I might add. The youngster, the rookie. And Wiley, or Willie, whatever way you're going with that, will come in. Okay, Willie. Stallard is the winner of record, by the way. Nobody eligible for the save. It's Willie. God, then we check this guy out. This is pretty cool. This guy, Ron Locke, it's very obscure. He's still frickin' alive. If I really wanted to find him, I probably could. You know, Lawrence Ritter in 1966, I believe, or 65 and 66, tracked down living people from the dead ball era and did narratives, chapter by chapter, and it's a very important part of history. Among the best, probably, Joe Wood, better known as Smokey Joe Wood. And he gives a lot of opinions about other players. I think he said Honus was the greatest ever. You know, in some ways, it's a nice hill to die on, or you don't have to get too bad about it. Hold on. Oh, shit. What time is it? Okay. All right, we'll see. Joe Christopher with 2 outs and Samuel on first and young Rick Wise on the mound. Here's the pitch to Christopher. 4-4, right-handed. Grounds it to third X. I have no tolerance for the Phils to get into any trouble here. 4-4, I manage both sides. 4-4. Ground ball third X. That's going to be Dick Allen. This could be trouble. 437. He comes at a price. $437. That's going to be a 2. And that's going to be a base hit. And Samuel will go to third. That's exactly what we don't want. That's exactly what we don't want if you're the Phillies. And Christopher comes through. Pretty good speed. 1-13. Joe Christopher with a base hit. Mets want another run because they want to say again they're winning. I'm doing both sides. It's 2 outs, first and third, Wise. See if he can get out of this. Here's Eddie Kranepool. Eddie, 0 for 2, walked twice, scored once. Now here's Wise from the stretch now. That's 6-4 left-handed. He walked him. So Wise has loaded the bases. This is a tough situation. Malk looking over with a apprehensive view on his face because he can get 4 runs to tie this ball game. 4 runs in 2 innings. He doesn't want any kind of shit. And if they're going to let up runs, they have that, by the way, action in the bullpen. This is Wise's first inning. And this happens. Ed Roebuck is warming. And wait a minute. Wait a minute. Malk is coming out. It's bases loaded here. And Malk is coming out. He's pulling Wise. And he's going to bring Ed Roebuck in here. Wow, what a move. With 2 outs, you talk about relief. My Lord, he pitched 2/3 Wise. He's on the verge of, he's responsible for bases loaded. It could be a hellish inning. The one that just, takes the wind out of any hope that you have. and Roebuck is the lucky man. And the crowd is roaring because they believe they can get 4 runs. With Callison, Allen maybe in the 9th, and Callison again. You never know. You never frickin' know. That's it for Rick Wise. Rick Wise is gets a big hand. Okay. The youngster, I don't know why, he pitched pretty badly. He's left a serious mess. And Ed Roebuck, if the Phillies have any intention of staying in this ball game, Ed Roebuck had damn well better retire Tim Harkness. And here he comes. Harkness is approaching the batter's box. He's not there yet. Okay? Give him some time here. Here he goes. Now he's getting closer. Come out, wherever you are. Tim Harkness, is that you? Stepping in the box, bases loaded, 2 outs, Roebuck. Full wind-up. The pitch to Harkness. That's it for the Mets. 4-11 left-handed, base hit Harkness. Right up the middle. That's not my fault. Samuel scores. This is what the Mets wanted to do. They don't want to fuck around here. Christopher rounding third. I told you he could run. Where the hell is he? What the fuck? Here he is. I told you he's a 1-2. This is like a complete micro. Shut it down. Analyze it. The base hit by Harkness, just amazing. Christopher, who was on second, rounding third. 1-13. Where was that hit? 4-11. That was hit to right field. 4-11. Callison -4. With Christopher, a 1-13, 2 outs, 1-15, -4, 1-11. Here comes Christopher. Dashing home, the throw from Callison. And he is out. Oh. And the side is retired. But you know what? I say A for effort, Mets. You should have gone for that ball. Okay? You want me on that wall. Okay? You should have come home, Joe. It's just a great arm. Callison has a great frickin' arm. But there was 1 run, and that's the good news. I think those are great things to do, by the way, in baseball. And it's an 8-3 ball game now. The Phillies are down by 5. I think they had fun with that, the Mets. And Ed Roebuck, we can close Wise out. He allowed 1 run. And it was a... Just sort of a, you know what you call it? It's like a knife in the back when you're already down. You know? That's what it is. This should be a 1-2-3 inning. The Mets are really hitting that ball. Okay, you know the rest. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Carlton. Willie, really wily. My Lord, this is his. Lord, his first, he's going to take warm-ups, and I don't even know who he is. Do you? Oh, there he is. He died. He's my father's age. He was a scout for the Phils after he died. He died of lung cancer. Poor people. Interesting. Okay. You talk about obscure people. You know what I mean? You talk about obscurity, for me at least, some of it. The Phillies are now down by 5, bottom of the 8th. Um, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord help me. Lord frickin' help me. We are glad you are here. I'm going to be taking the night off from social media, I think. Or at least part of it, at least. But this has been an enjoyable ball game. It really has. Oh my Lord. Christ. Willie. Here's West Covington. Bottom of the 8th. It's a slow, dragged out ball game. Nets by 5. Here's Willie. One 5. He struck him out. Oh my, I like that. Willie of the Mets. I think it is Willie. 30 innings. Wonder how much did he play? My Lord. I don't think I even caught that. Mm. 8 years. Not bad. Started on the Milwaukee Braves. Very journeyman. Utterly fascinating that he existed. And he died. Age 78. In Ellsworth, Maine. He was born in Cherryfield, Maine. And he's buried at Morse Cemetery in Cherryfield, his birthplace. It's a nice place to be buried, your hometown. I really consider Roslyn, New York, my hometown. That's not where I was born. I was born in Jamaica. Jamaica, New York. I want my body disposed of. I want the disposition to be the cheapest available. And that could be cremation, but that's not cheap either. Or just don't retrieve my body. Then they may go after my estate. So just dispose of it cheaply, okay? Give it to science, whatever. Get on the phone and find out. Say, hey, I have a corpse. All right? Deliveries. Pick it apart. Because that's not me anymore. That's dead. Thank you. Thank you very much. You like this, don't you? Yeah. That's dead matter. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thanks a lot. Okay. Enjoy the game. There's so much of it, you know. I'm fascinated with death. Not that I want to die. In fact, I'm afraid to die. I don't want to die. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's a very not enough attention is paid to it. There is something called death studies. You could look it up. There's all sorts of things. The way our societies, our cultures, what they do with the bodies. The most traditional that I know of are burials and cremations. That's what I guess. Okay? And I don't believe in a burial. For me. Others, that's fine. Here's Wiley. Wiley is on the mound. And it's an 8-5 ball game. An 8-5 ball game against the Mets. Is 8-3 ball game. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. In fact, I am full of regret. You know, you never hear this? These people, they say no regrets. Okay. You're lucky then. But my life has been full of regrets. Here's Amaro, 1 out. I know it's heavy, folks. This is a different kind of Strat-O-Matic channel. Here's Wiley now, the wind-up. Pitch to Amaro. That's going to be 3-7 right-handed. And it's a base hit to left for Ruben. Ruben is on. We could learn about Ruben. And here's Gus Triandos. Maybe you just wanted to get Triandos in there to catch a few innings. Peculiar substitution by Gene Mauch to pinch hit with Rojas for Dale Rimple, a left-handed hitter against a lefty. That was against Locke. I think it was Locke. No. It was Stallard, a right-hander, but I don't know what it was. Wiley, 4-7 right-handed. And that's a base hit. Oh, beyond the reach of Samuel. Oh my, base hit for Triandos against the Mets here in the 4-7. Look at that. 4, folks. 4. That's Triandos singles, and it's first and second with 1 out. And Bobby Wine is the batter. Question is, do you let Wine hit? Because you need hits now. We've already used Rojas. We've used Cater. They've used a lot of people. We've used Johnson. Jesus Christ, they've used a lot of people. And if they don't have anyone, you let Gene Mauch. I always thought he was a weird manager, and he screwed up this team. He pitched Bunning out of rotation. Go look it up. He panicked. And then they went into a tailspin. We'll let Wine hit. So here, we're going to hit for Roebuck, I'll tell you that. Here's Wiley now. First and second, 1 out. It's the bottom of the 8th. That's 1-8, right-handed. Grounds it to third, forcing Triandos. Amaro goes to third. It's 2 outs. First and third. Quite a boring outcome, but no runs. It's 1 out. First and third, it's 2 outs, I'm so sorry. And they're going to have a clutch hitter coming in. Look at that, Ed Roebuck is through. 5, 6, 7, 2/3. What the hell happened here? Oh, he was thrown out. Isn't that interesting? So we say Willie pitched no innings, and not Willie. Was it Willie? No. Easy, Guterman. You're getting your mind fucked up. Hold on. And Willie came in and finished it up. Yeah, Willie came in here. He pitched. Willie is pitching now. Okay, he's pitched 2/3. He pitched 1 1/3. Wait a minute, we're talking about you're too high, Jeff. Roebuck, okay, 7 2/3. Roebuck ends up pitching 0 innings. 1 hit, no runs, and we make Wise a full inning, and the reason why is because his runner was thrown out. Okay, it's that simple. I've never read that, but that's what I do. And now we're going to hit for Roebuck. Yes, we are. It's first and third, 2 outs. Every run matters. Willie on the mound. He's fine right there. Every frickin' out matters, and he is one crazy frickin' manager. Gene Mork, just one. He's actually almost dangerous as a manager. People love to say, "Oh, he's a good manager," you know. So fucking forget about it. It's going to be John Hernstein coming in to hit for Roebuck, and there'll be a new pitcher again. This will be the 5th pitcher for the Phillies today, and it's going to be Jack Baldwin, who I'm quite familiar with. He just died about 6 months ago, and he looks pretty good there too. All relief. Exclusively relief. Baldwin will come in for Roebuck. And he died. Led a pretty nice family life after he was out of baseball. It's going to be Hernstein. Hey, John Hernstein, who the hell are you? I have no idea. That's another life that we can maybe. This Gene Mork is a wild man. Look at all these pinch hitters. This will be the 5th pinch hitter tonight. It's John Hernstein. After all, he does have 5 pitchers. Hernstein, left-handed hitter, facing Willie Wiley now, who's done. Whoa, let's see if he can get out of this. The pitch to Hernstein. This is big. 2-8 right-handed, struck him out by Wiley. Oh, and they scored a run this inning. No runs for the Phillies, and that is bad. Hernstein strikes out. How anticlimactic. And there's a new pitcher, top of the 9th. It's going to be Hunt, Gonder, Thomas. But if you're looking ahead to the Phillies' bottom of the 9th, it'll be the top of the order. Taylor, Allen, Gonzalez, Callison. That's nothing. 5 runs is nothing compared to some of the shit we've had where people came back. It would only be fitting for there to be such. It would not surprise me. It would, I suppose it would stimulate me. I'm not sure. Look at all those pinch hitters. I'm looking on the big screen, by the way, the big TV screen also. And it's an awesome picture I have. We're heading to the top of the ninth. The New York Mets are enjoying an 8-5 lead here tonight. And we're so glad that you've been with us on here, the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. I think it's been zen. You know, this is relaxation for me, folks. The late Jack Balchin will take his warm-ups to face the New York Mets. It's going to be Hunt, Gonder, and Thomas. Well, here's Ron Hunt now, leading it off. 1 for 4 today. Balchin, right-handed hitter. Oh, he did. Maurice. He did, yeah. And it's part of legend, baseball legend, the collapse of the Phils. The city was so excited. One guy wrote an article, though, is what people don't talk about enough is the great comeback of the Cardinals. And they stole that freaking pennant. I don't know, you have to use that metaphor, but they won by, what was it, 1 game? You know, it was just a heartache for Philly. Okay, Balchin facing Hunt. Here's the pitch. 2-6 right-handed, and there is a base hit for Hunt, his second of the ball game. Hunt is a great player. The fact that they even got rid of him. He's a great player to have all the frickin' time. Play him every frickin' day until he tells you, if he tells you he's tired, don't play him. That's the way they used to be, you know. Wills used to play every game. One year there was the playoffs, so I think he had 165 games. Really? You can look that up. You could put that in your chillum and tokens. Yeah, we have me on medical weed here. Yeah. And Jesse Gonder is the batter. Jesse now, 2 for 4. Single, double, scored both times, knocked in a run. I mean, how good is that? Jesse Gonder, the catcher. Okay, Balchin is ready, working from the stretch with Hunt on first, nobody out. And the pitch to Gonder. That's 3-4, left-handed, grounds it to short X. This could be interesting. Wine a 129. You don't want the E side of that. That's 15-1. And he throws him out. Double play. Bobby Wine. So you can see the greatness in this ball club. Here's Frank Thomas now. 2 outs, nobody on. Balchin. Recently died. He was up there, folks. It's Thomas at the plate. He's 1 for 4, doubled and scored. Came home on Samuel's base-clearing, bases-loaded double. And here's Balchin. The pitch to Thomas. That's 3-10 right-handed. And he chops it to third. And Dick Allen has it, throws it over, and the side is retired. So we're heading to the bottom of the ninth. The Phillies down by 5. They won the first game. I think it was 4-3. Great pitching all around. Even Al Jackson, he went all the way. He did allow 4 runs. Unless it was 3-2, I don't remember. I'm not looking it up right now. Here's Carlton Wiley now. Wiley. 6-7. What the hell is this? You know, I'm going to have to look at this also, because Locke really pitched 1/3. Okay. 6 2/3. There's 6 That I am so confused by this, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just make him 1 2/3. Anyway, here comes Wiley now. It's the bottom of the ninth, folks. Wiley has come in. He pitched 1 here, 1 2/3. It'll be 2 2/3 if he finishes. 2 2/3. I'm not going to worry. I'm too high for that. But it's all comes out clean. Here's Tony Taylor now. Phillies down by 5. Allen on deck. Then Gonzalez. Here's Wiley. Willie. Whatever. Okay. That's going to be 3-8 right-handed. Struck him out. And that's the third for Willie. All right, that's the frickin' third. Here's Dick Allen. Dick, 1-4-3, a triple, knocked in 2, sacrifice bunt. Dick Allen, he did make an error in the first inning, of no consequence, except the butterfly effect. Here's Willie now. Oh, and here comes Willie into his wind-up. There's the pitch. 4-6 right-handed. Chops it to short. McMillan. Over to Harkness. 2 down. So, Mets did fine. They had Locke. They have Willie coming in here. You had Locke come in after Stallard. He pitched 2/3. I don't know how that works out. He pitched 6. Stallard pitched 6 and there's an out. That's a force out. 6 1/3. And then he ends up Willie pitching 1 2/3. Locke came in. Jesus Christ, where is this Locke? Maybe this is Locke. Yeah, that's your problem, Gooderman. That's your fucking problem. You know that? Oh yeah, there we go. Willie in his second inning. Yeah. 2 outs. Oh, Lord, Tony Gonzalez. Does this mean the ball game's going to be over? Well, we're going to see. If it is, it's early. I'll tell you that. But I'll try to deal with the solitude. No save available for Willie due to over 3 runs. It's Gonzalez 0 for 4. Willie on the mound, the windup, and the pitch to Gonzalez. 1-7. Fly ball center for Elliott. He makes the catch, and the ball game is over. So quite an interesting ball game tonight here, folks, at Connie Mack Stadium in Philadelphia. The final score, New York Mets 8 and the Philadelphia Phillies 3 for Met fans. Any win is a good game. And the win here went to Stallard. He is now 1-0. His first performance, Willie pitched 2. Got into a little trouble there in his first inning. The loss goes to Bunning. He was pretty miserable out there today. And he's a miserable bastard. Was a miserable bastard in real world. Great pitcher, but a miserable bastard. And I am sorry. I am so sorry. Do your own research. I'm sorry to get intense like that, but I did. You know, once you get to know me, you'll realize I do believe it. Mets 8 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. That's pretty good, 8 runs, 10 hits. Phillies 3 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. And it was really, for the Mets, yeah, look at that, hit by pitch, walked. Yeah, oh yeah, I guess so. That's going to be Stallard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be Stallard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits for the Mets. That's a really strange. And we have to see that it's 2, 3. Wait a minute. Here it is, 7, Bunning. We're going to have to see that Bunning allowed 6, 7, 8. 8. Chance allowed none. Wise allowed, shit, this is where I get into trouble, 1. Yeah. No, maybe none. Fuck it. I'm not gonna really worry about it because no one's gonna look. Now let me see what Maurice is saying. Wow, that's something. That's amazing, Maurice. Cards won the series. Phils were 2-10 in the last 12 games. Won the last 2 when it was too late. So Stallard pitches pretty good baseball, and he gets the win. I only keep wins, losses, home runs for individual stats, so these little things don't matter, even though I like to get them exact. But in any case, we know Bunning has lost his first game. He's 0-1 now. Real nice play by the Mets. They only allowed 3 runs to pitching. Very good. Stallard let them all up. One of them was unearned. Stay strong, everybody. Stay very, ever so much strong. I will try to be, as I have to now go into my own realm of my own, not be hanging out with anybody, because it's still kind of real to me if I do it virtually. You have a great evening, Kathy Harden. You have a great evening. Oh, there it is. We're going to pack it away for tonight, folks, in my sort of the storage area that I have. I'm going to show you sort of a distorted view of it here from an angle. This is the box. It's a simple, I have 3 replays. So here's my nameless players. Here are my pitchers hitting cards. And then here's the 3 seasons, 1911, 64, and 69. And that's all we do. When we complete a game, we usually don't put it in right away. And therefore what I like to do, well, let me put these Mets and Phillies back. There's 10 teams in each league. We thought 12 in each league was big in '69 when they had the expansion, you know. What I typically do when I put this away is I put the prior game right on top of the box so I can see it, that it needs to be entered. And I put this, especially if it's a loose sheet sometimes, this one's the top, I just put that on there. You take care now, Dev Upcroft. Please take care, okay? And of course we put our dice tower back. We get that back. And we have a good time. You take care, Maurice. You take care. We're going to close it down here, folks. And like I said, stay strong. Please stay well. And I'll catch you all next time.